Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP. And this week we're heading to Normandy, 1944, for a game of bolt action. Alright, so yeah, this is our annual D-Day game. Every year around this time we play some kind of D-Day related game, and this is the 80th anniversary of D-Day this year. And we're going to hit the beaches. Last year I think we were with the SAS behind the lines, but for the 80th we're going to be right on the beach with the Rangers assaulting a German command bunker. So let's get into it. Beginning with our channel sponsors as always, the first being Kick-Ass Mail Order. These guys are a US-based hobby mail order company. They got everything you're going to need to make your own D-Day game. They got the minis, they got the terrain, they got the hobby supplies. They got it all. Use the link in the description and use the code TTCP for some free shipping in the United States. Next up is our buddy Chris Reed over at Panacea Prints. Chris runs a Etsy store for high quality 3D resin prints. Lots of really hard to find stuff, so if you're looking to round out those selectors that you can't find the minis for, check out Chris's store and use the code in the description for a nice little discount. And last but not least is Geek Villain. They make this mat. This is our Normandy mat. Super awesome, very vibrant, really brings the board to life. And it lays nicely over Andre's custom beach terrain that he made out of styrofoam. So you can make hills and you can make beaches just by laying this mat over the top of it. And that's it, so let's go ahead and get into the briefing. So this is a custom mission that I made, and with every custom mission the caveats apply. We haven't tested it. I just came up with the rules, but usually they work out pretty well. Hopefully this one will as well. But the objective is for the Americans who are going to be assaulting from the beach to blow up this bunker. So there's a door here. They have to place a demo charge on it, and the German command bunker is under here. That German command bunker is controlling all the German forces in this sector of the beach. The Americans must also get a unit off the board. So if they do both, major victory. If they can only do one, it's a minor victory. If they can do none of those, it'll be a win for the Germans. So the Americans will be deploying their entire force, first wave, coming in from the beach over there. So the water is going to be slow going. They can't run through it, can't go down in the water either. The Germans will be deploying everything, or at least half. They can bring in some reserves, but there's no outflanking. But they have to put at least half of their force on the bluff up here. These entrenchments and wire, they come with the German force. They're just laid out here for looks, but the German player will be able to rearrange them however they like. So another thing for the Americans I forgot to mention is they have to use these draws to get up to the bluff. They can't just go up anywhere. They have to use the draws. That's the only way to get up there. So that's what these little sand road things represent. So the Americans will get a preparatory bombardment, automatic. They're not going to have to roll for it. They're going to need the keep the Germans' head down a little bit so they can get off the beach, as they're going to have a little bit of slow going as it's kind of deep water here. So some special rules I made up just for this mission. The Americans will have a red dice, and that will represent the offshore fire support. And there's two varieties that the American player can use that for. There's MMGs on boats just offshore. These will do no damage as they're too far away to really do much, but they can add pins. So if the American player chooses, he can use the red dice to add D2 pins to any of the German units. The offshore fire support can also fire as a light howitzer. It can only fire indirect, but it can also fire smoke, and the indirect firing never gets better than a 6. So just a little bit of extra fire support to help the Americans get up onto the bluff. I've also modified the Rangers lead the way rule. Normally it allows you to move some Ranger units before the game starts, but what we're going to do in this one is we're going to say that once per game, each Ranger squad can ignore all pins and make a run order. So kind of similar to, well, I guess it is very similar to Up and Atom, the British rule. So they'll have that. The Germans, meanwhile, most of them are green. So we're going to have a rule called Brave in Cover. So if any of the green squads are in an entrenchment, when they have to take their green test for when they take a casualty, they can re-roll that. And they're also going to have communication trenches, so not on the board but simulated. They can move behind and change positions without being seen. They can't shoot or anything, but if they want to move guys behind, they can do it or they can do it safely. They just can't fire. So that'll allow the German to, rearrange his forces a little bit without having to worry about taking too much fire. And I think that's pretty much it for the mission. I guess I've pretty much gone over the terrain. We've got the bluff. We got to use the draws. We got the water. We'll just talk about the entrenchments right now. So the wire, impassable to infantry. Tanks can go through it. It can be cut by engineers automatically if they're up to it and they take a down order. They remove a section. All the other squads of the Americans are going to have wire cutters, and they're going to be trained to use them. So they will move up to them, take a down order, and I think they have to have a 6, but they get a +2 to that roll, and I think it gets better every time. So every squad can clear wire for the Americans. We got 2 trenches. These allow every unit inside of it to always be down. They can shoot, but they always get the down and hard cover bonus. So trenches are really good in bolt action. I think they're 25 points apiece. We're going to have 2 gun pits. Same rules as trenches except for guns. And this is going to be a trench as well. Command bunker is underneath. And all of these cumulative cost the Germans about 180 points. But anyway, that's the mission, that's the terrain, and let's look at the forces. So begin with the German force. This is 854 points. This is from the Static Division Resistance Nest from the Overlord book. So both these lists are taken from the D-Day Overlord book, the older book, not the new U.S. sectors one, which doesn't really have any beach stuff on it. So we have to do the older book. But starting off, we're going to have a regular first lieutenant with MAN SMGs. This is Lieutenant Kopke. We're going to have 3 Green Grenadier squads. So one's going to have an LMG, all have a Panzerfaust, and all have an SMG sergeant. And they're all green. We also have 1 artillery forward observer, regular. We're going to have 2 MG42s on tripods, regular. And a PaK 40, regular. And then a light howitzer, regular as well. And this is 9 order dice. So that is it for the Germans. Here we have the attacking Ranger and Engineer force. So this is 1,130 points, so roughly 25% more than the Germans have. 10 order dice. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff here. So we got a second lieutenant. This is Lieutenant Barry Hume and his buddy with SMGs. We're going to have 2 Ranger squads. These are veteran. I think everything on this list is veteran. 2 Ranger squads. LMG, BAR, and an SMG sergeant. This is This is Sergeant Reese Dignan and Sergeant Joshua Lorenzen. We're going to have 2 engineer squads. This one has a flamethrower. They have 2 BARs. 2 SMGs, 1 on the sergeant, 1 on a regular guy. A BAR. The rest are rifles. So they have 1 with a flamethrower, 1 without. And this is going to be Sergeant Chris Reed, Sergeant Wild Bill Thompson. We're going to have 2 demo teams. So these are 5-man veteran, all rifles, and all of these have, the engineers and these guys have demo charges, 2 each. I'm modifying the rule a little bit for blowing up the bunker. So normally when you try to blow something up with explosives or a demo charge, you roll 3d6, and if the cumulative dice pips equal 12, it blows up. And we'll keep that, except we're going to say that these guys, the demo teams, charge is bigger. So they're going to roll 4d6, and they have to get 12. So assuming they can make it up the bluffs and onto the bunker, they should have a little bit easier time blowing up the German command bunker. So we got the 2 demo teams. Let's see here. We got Alfred Wallace and James Milholland. We got a medic. That's Fred Stevens. We have a light mortar team. That's Lieutenant Dan Klein. And then we're going to have 1 veteran Sherman commanded by Ryan Horton. So it's got the gyro stabilized 75 mil coax Hull MMG. So it should be very useful to provide some heavy firepower to the Ranger assault. And that will do it for the Americans. Let's get started. Alright, Steve has arrived. He is going to be taking the role of the attacking Ranger force on the Germans. So I've already deployed. I have a squad here. Put my light howitzer there. One MG42 there. Another squad, the officer, Pack 40 in that gun pit, and my last squad over here covering that draw on my left. I have one MG42 I left in reserve. Steve, we did the prep bombardment. It was pretty effective. He put 2 pins here. I think it was 1 pin on the, is it 1? Yeah, 1 pin on the gun, 2 pins on the MG42, 2 pins on the green squad, 2 pins on the Pack 40. And on this one too, he rolled a 6, so he did 2 pins, but he also killed a guy. And they are green. They took a casualty. I rolled. They got upgraded to a regular. So this is now a regular Grenadier squad minus 1 guy, and they have 2 pins. And that's it. So we'll start turn 1. Steve will start coming in from the beach, and we're ready to go. All right, here we go. First die, Steve. Turn 1. Americans. Wild Bill Thompson's first onto the beach. He's come in with his engineer squad there, and German die. I think I'll just start pulling or trying to pull the shock. So we'll start here. These guys are regular, don't forget. So rally. I guess it'd help if I rolled a. Yeah. So they're gonna lose all their pins. All right, next die. Americans. So Sergeant Joshua Lorenzen and his Ranger squad have also entered the fray here next to Wild Bill. Next die. Germans. All right. We'll continue with the rallying. So we'll see if we can get the pins off of this Pack 40. Yes, we do. All right. Next die. Germans again. All right. How about, so he didn't take any pins. He was the only one that didn't take pins. So we'll try this green squad here. Yep, they're good. All right. Next.
Isn't it D6 pins? Or is it 1 plus D6?
What's that?
That you remove on a
it's
rally?
Yeah, 1 plus D6. So I had 2.
So you automatically get 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was the next
Americans.
dice? Americans again. Chris Reed and his flamethrower engineer squad have come over here on the left. He's going to take a shot up at these guys up here. Needing 7s though, long range and all that. Well, one possible. Oh, very close, very close. Okay, next die. Yeah, I reminded Steve you could have been firing with those guys, but like you said, needing 7s, so it's not.
I've been out of the game for a while. I haven't played for a while.
He missed. It's not like he missed the chance to just take out a unit.
Missed my mortar.
Americans again. Next on the beach is Wallace and his demo squad who've come in here. And Germans, German dice. So let's continue our, let's just start over here with these guys. See if we can rally the pins off. 7, yes. Okay, next die. So I got 2 more things to rally. My machine gun and my light howitzer. Americans. Next on the beach, Reese Dignan and his Ranger squad have come in there next to Wallace and his demo squad, approaching the beach. Next die. Or approaching the bluff, I should say. Americans again. Horton Sherman has rumbled onto the beach. 9 inches. He's going to take a shot at.
I'm sorry, that guy hasn't. Oh, you rallied him?
Not yet. He's got a pin. 1 pin.
But he still gets the benefit of down and everything else.
Yeah, it's going to be 7s for everything up here on the bluff. So, which one do you want to shoot at? Light howitzer?
And since it's got a gun shield, I can't put pins with a machine gun, right?
No, you can. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, you can.
I think he's just going to rally and take them off. So, yeah, I'll shoot the green guys there.
Okay, needing 7s. Pole and coax machine gun. Oh, got a hit. Oh man. Okay. See if you kill one of them. They're inexperienced, so you need a 3+.
Don't kill him, just put a pin on him.
I think you roll that. Don't you? I always forget.
It's been a while, man.
Oh, you got one. Okay, roll that again and see if you can take out something important. He does.
All right.
So, all right. Well, you kill a guy.
Right.
pretty much all I have is an NCO.
Yeah, we got a Panzerfaust in
A
there.
Panzerfaust. Yeah, that's true.
Take out the Panzerfaust.
Okay. Now, I will roll my green roll now.
I thought there was a rule you had to forget to do that every game. But...
And they're going to go up to regular already, too. So I didn't have to use my benefits of my special rule, Brave, and Cover for either one of these. So both of these on the ends are now regular. Like Steve was saying off camera, he probably been better off not killing you until he is right on top of him. All right. Anyway, next die. So we took a pin, but we're regular now. Americans again. Lieutenant Dan and his mortars come on. Light mortar is going to try and drop the smoke round to obscure this section of wire here. No. So it's going to drift. Smoke went over there. So I was allowed to move it 12 inches anywhere I wanted from the target point. So I moved over there. So next die. Germans again. What do I got left here? I will rally the machine gun. Yes. So my rallies have gone well so far. So next die. What do I got left here? So my howitzer's only got one pin on it. So I'm going to try to pass an order. He is regular. So I'm going to try to pass an order and fire onto Reese Dignan's Ranger Squad. So one pin order. He does make it just. Alright, so it's going to be long range to them. So needing a 4 to hit the Ranger Squad. It's a hit. So the light howitzer has hit Dignan's Ranger Squad. So 3 guys are going to be hit Dignan's squad. 2-inch templates, a +2 pen on their veterancy, their 5s because they're veterans. Needing 3s. 2 dead. And then D, 3 pins. Ooh. 2 dead and 3 pins. Great shot from the light howitzer. Next die. So I think the only thing I have left is my reserves and my artillery spotter. So that'll be my MG42 off the board. I'll put him down. And next die. I'll try to remember to stay back from the camera a little bit. My head's in there. That's you. The medic Fred Stevens is coming here between the engineer and demo team. Next die. Americans. So he's got 2 things left. He's got his other demo team and he's got Lieutenant Hume. So Mel Holland's demo team has entered the game here right in the center. So next die, we should each have 1, which will be my observer and his lieutenant.
There's 3 or 4 in there.
Oh really?
I got the red die.
Oh, the red dice. Yes. Finally. Okay, we'll let him decide what he wants to do with it. So Steve, the offshore light howitzer is going to drop some smoke. So let's see what you got here. Oh, no, it's not going to hit. So I will again move it 12 inches. 4-inch smoke. So the light howitzers are 4-inch smoke. The 1-inch template light mortars 3-inch. So it lands right there. So my last die. This is my last one, right?
Yeah, you got 1 more.
Oh, okay, that must be my unit off. I'll call in my artillery right now. Artillery observer has called in his artillery strike. Some off-map 88s right there, in between the engineers and the demo team. So next die. Okay. Oh, my lieutenant, Kopke. What the hell is he gonna do? He'll just get in the communication trench, I guess, or whatever. So next die.
Yeah, it's just Lieutenant.
And last is going to be Lieutenant Barry Hume. Where's he going to come in? He's got guys stretched the whole width of the board here. So we'll see where Hume comes in. Last but not least, Lieutenant Hume, bringing up the rear, has come in here. Is that behind Dignan's Rangers. And that's it for turn 1. Artillery strike was delayed. I'm allowed to move it 12 inches, so I just moved it up So he's in the water still. He's got one more turn of advancing. So I'll just put it there. He should be up close to it maybe by next turn. So go ahead and pull the first die, Steve. Top of turn 2. Americans. Horton Sherman has rumbled up the beach. He is going to fire all machine guns at the howitzer. Yeah, needing 7s, so moved. Hard cover down. Yada yada. No, maybe if you add all those together, you get a 6.
Yeah, that's a great save.
Bounces harmlessly off the gun pit. And next
So
die.
there's a Panzerfaust there, but there's no other anti-tank on this side, right?
Yeah, you killed the Panzer, yeah.
Okay.
Well, this can...
Pin it.
I don't even think this can do anything to it, because it's veteran. Yeah, this can do nothing to it. It's only a +2. So, the highest I can get's an 8, it's a 9. I guess if I dropped one indirect on top, I might be able to glance it. That's a long shot. Alright, next die. Or did you already pull one?
Yeah.
Americans.
Yeah.
So Lorenzon's Ranger squad has advanced up. They're on the sand now. They're going to fire up here at these guys in the bunker. 6s or 7s. Again, not a single 6. Ineffective.
The bag here. I accidentally pulled your string out there.
Oh. Next die. Americans again. So Lieutenant Dan has advanced up with his light mortar. He's going to drop another smoke here in front of this trench. He misses. And we'll see where it goes. I decided to put the smoke behind my trench. We also forgot to roll at the beginning of every turn. There's smoke on the board. You have to roll to see what happens. On one, it dissipates. On anything else, it drifts D6 in a random direction. All the smoke. So they both just drifted kind of to my right, towards the water. Alright, next die. Americans. Wild Bill has advanced his engineer squad up. And he is going to fire again up here at these guys, but needing 7s. It's tough to hit these boys. He's got 2 6s this time, though. Oh, he got a hit. So they're regular now, so you need a 4 up to kill one. Oh, you got one. Got another guy. Alright. Good shooting by Wild Bill and his boys there. Okay, next die. Germans. Okay. Pack 40's rotated. In the gun pit. We're now looking right at Horton's Sherman. So, move for rotation and then long range. So, needing a 5. It's a miss. We missed Horton Sherman. That was important. I had to get that. So next die, it's Americans. Chris Reed's engineers have just advanced up behind Horton Sherman. 2 riflemen on the end are going to take some Hail Mary shots up here. I miss. German dice. My light howitzer is going to take a shot at Wallace's demo team there. So he's still in the water. He can't go down. So just long range. It rolls down the hill. Ah, he misses. I missed. All right, next die. Wallace has got brown pants day.
Better than red.
Green. James Melholland's demo team is now approaching the sand over here. So next die. I'm going to have this MG42 fire at Wallace, who's there, that demo team. Just long range, so needing 4s. Look at that, 5 hits. Okay, so they're veterans, so needing 5s. I got one guy. Oh, it's a exceptional damage. I'll take out the squad leader. I'll take out Wallace. He's dead. I've killed Wallace. Wallace, he never does well in games. And then you take a pin, and that's that. Alright, next die. What do we got here? Germans again. So I do have another MG42. It's off the table, though. I probably should bring that in. Got the squads in the bunkers. The only green squad I have left is the guys in the command trench there. Alright, let me think about it. I have these guys, they passed their 1-pin order. Thankfully, they were regular because I rolled an 8. But they're pin free. They're going to fire at Reed. He's going to get hard cover from Horton Sherman though. He's blocking most of them. And I'm just within, I'm literally within 24 to that guy with everybody. So, needing 6s. Nope. Nothing. Alright, next die. Americans. Alright, he forgot he had his medic within range of Wallace. Let's see if his medic can save Wallace's life. Nope. The wound was too grave. Sorry, Wallace. We tried. American dice. He, one of the dice was for the medic, Stevens. But that'll happen when Wallace died. So he moved Stevens over. Now he's going to activate Wallace's squad. Or what's left of it. With the 1-pin order. Passes. No problem. Wallace's squad has moved laterally almost. Trying to stay away from this artillery marker here. So he's over there next to the Rangers. So next die is the Germans. This German squad on my left passed their order. Again within 8. Thank God they're regulars again. But they're going to fire at Wild Bill's engineers there. So this is the MG squad. So they got a MG42 and 3 rifles. Just long range. Is that 4s?
4 hits, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Oh, 3 dead. 3 engineers taken down. Brutal. And a pin. One little thing here. If the Americans are along the sand grass line, he can't be spotted because he's out of sight under under the cover of the bluff. So next die. Germans again. These guys are still inexperienced. They're definitely not going to have range on anything. Barely had a range over there. So I'll just put them on ambush. So next die. I'm pretty much done with mine. Americans. Dignan's Ranger Squad rallied off all the shock from that light howitzer hit earlier. Another American dice. Lieutenant Hume has just moved up with the men. Not very far though. So these guys are going to be able to run next turn. These guys are not. What's a red die? Okay. He's going to elect to use the MMGs off table to put D2 pins on my Pack 40. It's 2 pins. Oh boy. That's not good. Alright, next die. So the machine guns on the landing craft offshore are firing away at the Pack 40 position. Are you done?
Yep.
Okay, well one's my officer. He'll just hang out. One is... What am I missing here? My artillery spotter. He'll just stay there. So pretty much the last thing I have is my MG42 in reserve. Let's see if he can come in. He does. My reserve MG42 ran up. He just ran up towards this trench on my left. Didn't quite make it, but next turn he can hop in with these guys. And that's it for turn 2. So we'll move on to turn 3. I moved the artillery. It was delayed yet again, so I guess the 88s are firing on other parts of the beach right now. But I did move it over this way. So I think it might actually not be a bad thing that it's delayed because I'm kind of able to direct him, or I've kept these guys from reaching the sand. So we'll see what happens. So next, let's go first die of turn 3 here. Germans. Passed the 2-pin order with my Pack 40. Firing again at Horton. Needing a 5 still because this time I didn't move. So long range pin. Damn. Horton is living a charmed life. Alright, next die. Americans. So Lawrence's squad, Rangers, ran up. They're at the wire now, so they're out of line of sight, and they can start working on the wire next turn. And German dice. Squad over here facing the Sherman. I pulled them back, so they're in the communication trench now. Technically, they're out of line of sight. I'll just leave them here, but they'll be able to move freely back here, out of line of sight. They just won't be able to shoot until they get back up out of the trench. Without the Panzerfaust, I can do nothing to Horton Sherman. So next die is an American dice. Horton Sherman has advanced. He's crushed the barbed wire. The draw over here on the left is now open. He's going to machine gun the... Wow, I see 3. 4. 4 sixes?
Oh yeah.
Wow, okay. So he's got 4 chances to do something to that light howitzer. Nothing. Did not get the second
They're
6.
regulars? Are they regulars?
Yeah, but you needed another 6 to hit. Remember, it's 7s.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, if that was just straight hits, yeah, that would have been quite the roll. Luckily, we're in that gun pit. All right, next die. So Horton Sherman is doing some work over here. Got no answer for it. Another German die. Pretty soon he's going to be out of line. I'm not going to be able to even see him with my Pack 40. I guess my Pack 40 is going to have to turn and start putting 2-inch templates out. Anyway, German dice. My light howitzer we're going to fire again at... Well, it did say Wallace's demo team. Yeah. Wallace is... No, we already did enough to poor Wallace. Let's fire at those guys. The flamethrower squad. So long range. Need a 4. It's a hit. So we took out a German, but we did hit Chris Reed's engineer squad with a 2-inch template. So Steve wisely spread them out, so I can only hit 2 of them. Needing 3s. Got 1, so 1 guy dead, and D3 pins. 3 pins. That's solid. So the light howitzer's doing good. He's gotten 2 hits and put out like 6 pins by himself already. That's pretty good. Next die is another German die. G42 in the command bunker. We're going to fire way over there at Wild Bill Engineer Squad in the water. Barely. We're just at 36 of that guy with the BAR. So long range, so needing 4s. 3 hits. That's pretty good. And needing 5s because they're vets. 1 down and another pin. So Wild Bill's squad is down to 4 guys. That's pretty wild. Next die. Americans. Mel Holland's demo team is run up to the wire. They're not out of sight though, because they're not all up against the bluff. They're still... Is that as far as they could have made it? Yeah. Okay. So he will probably take some shooting. So next die. Germans. My inexperienced squad in the bunker has line of sight to the back end of Mel Holland's demo team. We'll give them hard cover though, because most of them are up against the bluff. So long range, hard cover, and inexperience means I'm needing 7s. Nope. Nothing. Next die. Germans again. Okay. My MG42 over here just moved up into the trench next to those guys, so next die. Americans. Lieutenant Dan and his light mortar are going to fire what? This MG42? Indirect fire, so needing a 6. Oh, close. Very close.
Take one of your markers there.
Okay, so next die. Americans. Wild Bill passed the 2-pin order, and his engineer squad is run now. They're up at the bluff. And another American die. Wallace's squad has advanced up to the water's edge. So another American dice. Hume, Lieutenant Hume did a snap 2, moved himself to the right. And move Dignan's Ranger squad to the left. He's skirting around the artillery. So next die. Americans again. What do you even have left here?
Got the.
Oh, you still got the red dice in the bag, don't you? Or did you already use it?
No, I got it.
Still in there. Oh, he's got the medic. And
I've
these
got
guys.
this squad.
Yeah, okay. Chris Reed's Ranger squad rallied. They're now pin free the next die. The red dice. Here we go. What's the offshore fire support going to do here, Steve? We'll let him think about it. So Steve again calling on the offshore MMGs to add D2 pins targeting this machine gun. Just one pin. Okay. Alright, next die. Germans. I think I'm pretty much down. That's my last one, right?
Yeah, I got one more.
One more.
No, two more.
Two more. What? I got my officer. They fired. That's their. Let me figure it out. I'll just put Kopke down. Next one's another American die.
It's just my medic.
Steven's the medic.
Alright, that's the end of turn 3.
He just ran up and up there. So we're out of dice.
You got one more.
Yeah, he says I have. Oh, it's my artillery spotter. He will do nothing. So that's the end of turn 3. Moving on to turn 4. All right, the artillery finally came in on turn 4, and it was an 8-inch template. So I was able to hit what's left of Wallace's demo team. I was able to hit Dignan's squad, and I was able to hit Lieutenant Hume. So I will now roll to see what happens to them. So 1 to 5, they take D3 pins. On a 6, they take a 4-inch
Per
template.
squad or per squad?
Each squad, yeah. And you're in the water, so you can't go down. So we'll start here with Dignan. That's D3 pins. So let's do that right now. So 1 pin on Dignan. Wallace, D3 pins. That's 2 pins on Wallace's squad. And then finally Lieutenant Hume. Pins. That's 2 pins. So nothing but pins. Alright, after all that, it's kind of anticlimactic. Okay.
Yeah,
First.
I would have been trying to avoid it so hard if I knew it was just pins.
Alright, I still got all my dice. Let me gather up my dice and we'll start turn 4. Now we begin turn 4. The red dice right out of the bag first. Alright. One D2 MMGs are back on the pack 40. Oh, it's 2 pins. Pack 40 is up to 3 pins now. Alright, next die. Germans get the first one. Starting off, my light howitzer is going to fire over here at, who was that?
Other targets.
Milholland? No, I already declared it. He went down. He's going to have to go down anyway to start clearing the wire. So really, it was a dumb target. And I'm too close for indirect, so I need a 7. Yeah, I missed. There goes the light howitzer. Ineffective. All right, next shot. Or next dice. Americans. Lieutenant Dan again at the machine gun. Oh, it's a miss.
It's a heroic miss.
Heroic miss. Next die. Germans. All right. This MG42 failed their 1-pin order, so they will go down. Almost a foobar. Rolled an 11. Another German die. I'm going to put this squad on ambush. Eventually, these Americans are going to start running up this draw, so they're going to have to be ready. So next die. Americans. Wallace passed the order, and he has run up to the bluff. And German dice. I'm going to have this MG42 is going to fire at Lieutenant Dan's mortar. It's really all I can see. I guess I could fire at Hume, but Lieutenant Dan is the one trying to kill me right now. So we're going to fire 6 shots long range. All but 1 hit. So 5 hits. They are veterans. 1 dead. So 1 dead and a pin. Okay, next die. Germans again. Put my inexperienced squad in the command trench on ambush. Not a whole lot I can do. I need 7s to hit them. Kind of pointless to even try, so another American die. Wild Bill's engineer squad failed the order to clear the wire. They have a pin. Roll the 10. Germans, I'm running out of stuff to do here. I'm going to move my lieutenant down. Cocky's going to move down here just to help these guys pass that order.
Get those guys in the communications range too.
Yeah, I still got to move them. All right, next die.
All right.
Americans. Over here, Reed's squad just ran up. I know he's still in the water, but we're saying if you're close to the edge, you can run. It's only ankle deep.
So we're going to try to pass a 1-pin order.
Another American dice. He's going to roll.
All right, let's get it.
Dignan passed. Dignan squad has finally made it to the edge of the water here. Next die belongs to the Americans. Lorenzen's going to try to cut the wire. So they have wire cutters, so he needs a 4+ because he's +2 on this roll, needing a 6. Oh, and he got it. No problem. So Lorenzen's squad has cleared the wire. They're ready to run up the bluff. We'll see what happens. I guess I better leave these guys on ambush.
What was the? You were telling me there's a rule where you can like double your run, or what? You get a free run.
You get a free run regardless of pins. So like if you had a bunch of pins, you could get a run. It would be your act. It's like not an additional action. It's say you had a bunch of pins, you could just do a run and ignore the pins. You haven't really needed it yet. So next die. Americans. Lieutenant Barry Hume passed his 2-pin order, still got 1 left, but he's run up. He's run up there. Next to is that Dignan. Oh no, that's Milholland. Sorry. Okay, next die is another American die. Horton Sherman is now on top of the bluff. The first American unit to make it ashore on top of the bluff on D-Day is Horton, but he's going to fire way over here at the Pac 40. Needing 7s, of course. Holy crap! Wow, five possibles. Remember, this is the first part. He's only got to get 6s again.
We got 1.
He got 1. All right, so they have a gun shield. So needing a 5 to take someone out. Rolling down the hill, he got a 6. All right.
1 guy's dead.
So they're at 4 pins now. And you killed a guy. Okay, next next die. So sure, Horton's definitely your MVP so far. He's doing a lot of work here. Americans. So the medic Stevens, he's wait for me, guys. I'm coming. He's supposed to be with everyone else. Damn it. What good are you doing back there?
Someone was shooting artillery at me.
Germans. I have run these guys from the communication trench back into their position. They are now ready to defend the draw. So next die. We just ducked out of there because we were afraid of the Sherman. But we're back. Germans. I rallied all the pins off the Pac 40. So, is it another German dice? Is this my last one? Tell me it's my last one. Okay, good. Because that's my artillery guy who, well, at this point he's kind of worthless. All right, that's it for me. Is there any more? Or are you done too?
I'm done too.
All right, that's it for turn 4. Move on to turn 5. I left this squad on ambush. I did pick up these guys. So first die. Germans, huh? Okay. Let's start off with this squad firing over here at Reed's flamethrower squad. Oh man, I forgot they had a flamethrower. Maybe I shouldn't have ran back up into the trench. Oh well. What's done is done. So the black are going to be the SMG, which is going to be long range. The rest are just 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Needing 5s. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead. And 4 6s? Holy crap.
MVP.
Maybe it was worth running back into the trench.
Jumping.
5 dead and 4 sixes. And another 6, obviously I'll take the flamethrower out. So 5 dead, plus the flamethrower. So you might as well take this whole team out. Wow. All that's left is Reed and 1 guy, and you gotta do a morale test at -1. Holy crap. What a roll. If they pass. Okay. Wow. So my right flank is suddenly not that threatened. So next die. Yeah, that was epic. All because those guys became regular. Next die.
Patience, man. I'm reeling.
He's reeling. He doesn't know what to do. He's discombobulated. Americans. Wallace is going to fire again at the machine gun with this light mortar. Oh, you got a pin on you. Got to pass an order.
No problem.
No problem. All right, needing a 4 now. Oh, that's a hit. Damn. Okay. So I guess you're going to hit all of them. So it's a +1. They're regular, so needing 3s. Oh, wow.
Left him out.
Lieutenant Dan has taken out one of the MG42s. So pull the dice for them. All right, next die. We can pull these off now. Germans. 40. So we do have. This is our last chance to fire. If he moves up anymore, I can't fire. So it's good that I got this. I am going to fire at the Sherman with the Pack 40. And I only need a 3 because I have no pins. And he's not long distance. So here we go. It's a hit. Alright, Pack 40's hit. Let's see, we'll see what happens. So medium tank 9 versus +6 heavy AT gun. Oh wow, 12. That is a double pen. If I get a 4, that's it for Horton. Horton is destroyed. The bravest American on Omaha Beach has been taken down by a Pack 40. He was the first on the bluff and the first to die. Or not the first to die, but the first on the bluff. Okay. All right. Next die. Suddenly the American left flank is collapsed. American dice. Dignan squads run up to the cover of the bluff there. They cannot be seen. Next up is another German die. I still got my howitzer. So my howitzer really can't see anything. They were down. Wait. What happened with those guys? Didn't you go down?
Oh, that's right. They were down last turn.
Ah, that's right. But so you never tried to clear the wire. Just try and clear it. We forgot to do that. They do not clear it. Okay, fine. German dice. Passed the order at the MG42 thanks to Kopke. I rolled a 9, but Kopke's right here. He's actually a +2. He's a first lieutenant. But I don't have a lot of targets. Most people are up against a bluff. So I'm going to fire over there at Lieutenant Dan. Small team, long range. Needing 5s. Yeah, 2 hits. Needing 5s again. Nope, nothing but a pin. Alright, next die. Americans. Mel Holland is going to try to clear the wire. Needing a 4+. You got it. Wire is clear. Okay, both draws on Steve's right. Actually, all the draws are open now. Now it's time to rush the cliff. So next die. Germans. My light howitzer is breathing a sigh of relief because the Sherman died right in front of him. We're going to do rotate and fire an indirect fire shot onto Lieutenant Dan and his mortar. It's a miss. Okay. Splash. Next die. Americans. What's left of Wallace's squad is run up there behind the burning hulk of Horton Sherman. So next die. So they're hidden from most of the stuff. Germans. I have run Kopke through the communication trench to my left, as these guys over here are now the biggest threat, so I'm going to need a couple SMGs pluses plus 2 over here. So next die. The red dice. Red dice is going to try and put some pins on these boys in the trench. He does. He gets 2 pins on him. Okay. So he's setting it up. Setting up for the charge here. Alright, next die. Americans again. Over here, what was left of Reed's squad ran up on. They're all bundled up behind the tank here. The medic ran up there as well. So they're all using Horton's dead tank as a line sight blocker. Next one is another American die. Okay, so over here, the Ranger squad, commanded by Lorenzen, is going to assault. So I know he said they're out of line of sight there, but we're going to allow him to charge just because he knows we're here. And he's going to charge up the draw and attack, which means my reaction fire is going to start as soon as he touches his foot on the green part. And I got 2 pins, so I need 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Yeah, that was a really good roll. We'll see if we can do some damage to Lorenzen's squad here. Needing 5s. 1 dead. So just 1 dead. And a pin, which won't come into play at the moment, but he's going to move up and do the assault. So I'm going to have Tough Fighter plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. He's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in a Tough Fighter. So the different color dice will be the Tough Fighter. And you're veteran. I'm regular. We go simultaneous because you're attacking cover. So go ahead and roll right here. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really good. That's 5 dead. Okay, see if I can defend my trench. I got 3 of you, but I did lose the combat. So 3 of you die, and then I'm wiped out. Okay, he's cleared the trench over here. So D6 consolidation move. 5-inch move. Lorenzen and what's left of his squad has cleared the trench. They're on the bluff. And another American die. Lorenzen's engineer squad has run up. They're now up on the bluff as well. Alright, so the Americans made a breakthrough on this side. So next die, Americans again. Brave Lieutenant Hume has run by himself and his buddy up to the bluff. Alright, next card, or next die. That's a very brave move because I'm going to fire on him now. So I got my inexperienced squad here. We're going to see if we can take out Lieutenant Barry Hume. Experienced squad, we're going to fire at Hume. So the blue ones are the SMG. Green, small team. Long range for the SMG. So 6s, blue, 5s for everything else.
Wow, that's right. Jesus, come on.
Oh, it's going to be tough for Barry to survive this one. But that's what you get, the lieutenant trying to run up this charged Omaha beach by yourself. Needing 5s. He's dead. Yeah, they're dead.
There's 2 guys there, right?
Yep, I got 2 5s.
Oh, you did?
Yep. So Barry Hume has been killed. Another American hero killed storming the beaches of Normandy. Of course, he did foolishly run up here by himself, but
How many turns do you think are left in this game? I mean,
I don't know.
what do you think happens when you run up on a bluff?
You're dead. I think I'm pretty. Oh, I think I'm. Am I done? Oh, I got my. This is my last one. My artillery spotter will go down. Is there any more dice? All right, that's it for that
wait,
turn.
I'm sorry. There's one more.
Here's another one.
That's great.
Another American. So that was Horton's dice for the Sherman, which we'll pull out. So moving on to turn 6. Up at turn 6. Here we go. American dice. So Lorenzen was going to charge pack 40. Failed the order.
1-pin order.
Failed the 1-pin order. So he will not be charging the pack 40. Alright, next die. Americans again. Alright, so you may have noticed some German dice on the board. I forgot to put my dice. That's okay though. We're going to press on. He's assaulting. So what's left of Wallace's squad? We're going to say he can't do any reaction fire just because he's mainly pointing out the front. They came in from the side. So he's going to have 4. We're going simultaneous. 4 against 3. He's needing 4s, I'm needing 5s. Go ahead. He's got 2 of them. Okay. I got 0. So he has cleared the MG from the command trench, and you get a D6 consolidation.
So what do you think I should do? Should I go in and
Hell
plant
yeah.
the charge?
You should go in and be ready to plant the charge on the next turn, yeah.
Yeah, just don't know if
I got a
you called me
inexperienced-
foolish for running up here. I didn't want.
Oh yeah, but that was foolish. This is not foolish. This is a good idea. You made it. You actually made it into the command trench. And right on top of the objective. For Wallace. Okay, next die. Poor Wallace wasn't even around to see it. Oh well. And somehow there's a black die in there.
Oh, there's a. That's what I did. I swept up the.
We'll clean up the bag and we'll come back. Alright, here we go. Next die. Come on, Germans. Yes. Alright, so I have my inexperienced squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can 9 inexperienced guys take out 4 veterans? We'll find out. My inexperienced squad is springing into action. We're going to try and clear these guys out of our bunker. So I have 9 guys. 1 being a tough fighting sergeant, but inexperienced. So I'm needing 5s, he's needing 3s. I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got 2.
And you needed 3. Yeah, we've wiped out the rest of Wallace's squad. So we've cleared the Americans out of our command trench. We will consolidate. We'll just get down off here. So the inexperienced squad has cleared the trench.
Still these 2 guys, right?
You made it. Oh yeah, all those 2 guys. I guess I can take the Panzerfaust out now. No threat of the Sherman, so next die. So it was a valiant effort by Wallace's squad, but ultimately didn't work out. Another American die. So Mulholland's demo team has now run up the bluff. Next die was another American.
Yeah.
Okay. What's left of Chris Reed's squad is now charged towards the bunker. So he's just all out running up the bluff at this point. So next day, another American day. So Wild Bill's squad is run this way. He's not, so he could run Wild Bill or one of these units off the board for a minor victory, but he's going for the major victory. So Wild Bill has run over here.
I don't know why your dice aren't coming out. They are in here.
Meanwhile, I forgot these guys are now regular. I rolled, they took a casualty. So all of my green squads have went to regular. Next day, Americans. Digna's Ranger squad ran over to the draw to start moving up the cliff as well. Another German die. Pack 40. We're going to fire at Mulholland, who's right there, not point blank. So we need a 3. It's a hit. So it's a 2-inch template.
2 guys.
2 guys. Plus 2. 1 dead. And I'll take Mulholland out. So I've killed 2 of my guys. I've killed Wallace and Mulholland.
It's like D3 pins.
Oh, D3, 3 pins. Wow, that is something. I've gotten 3 pins every time. So good job there. So next day. So that was the pack 40, who's quite possibly my MVP. For the red dice.
Just in the nick of time.
Red dice, he fired on these guys, just put 1 pin on them. So next die. Germans. So I still got these guys over here. Well, We're going to fire at these guys, and they are point blank. So let's do it. Needing a 2. It's a hit. So 2-inch template will get all 3 of them since they're all bunched up. See if we can take out Reed. Yeah.
Success.
Reed is dead. So the howitzer maybe making a play for MVP as well. Next die. Sherman's again. I think all I have left is these dudes. Squad move back into the communication trench so they can start moving back that way. So next die. Sherman, so I got Kopke and my observer left. So Kopke, hearing the sound of fighting over here, is running through the communication trench that way. So we can't see each other, but he's right there. Another one of mine, so that's my observer. What the hell he's going to do? He'll just stay there. I guess he has a rifle. He'll go on ambush. How about that? Okay, next die.
Mortar's going to try to pass an order.
The mortar, okay. Passes the order.
No problem.
Alright.
He's going to advance.
Alright, Lieutenant Dan advancing.
He's going to do a Hail Mary into the bunker.
He's got range. Okay. Needing a 6.
Stranger things have happened.
Nope.
Not today.
Not today. Not today. But he tried.
And the medic.
The medic. Yeah, Stevens. Might as well move him up. I don't know what he's going to do. I guess he could, he doesn't have a charge.
He's
But
going to assault
he could run off the board, I guess. Okay, and then that's it. So this is an 8-turn game, by the way. I never mentioned that. But it has to be 8 for him to have a chance to even accomplish any of this. We'll move on to the next turn. Here we go, turn 7. The first die is a German die, which means, well, pack 40 again at these dudes. Needing 3 again, unless you want to go down. I guess there's no point, really. You got to do these assaults. It's a hit. So 2 more guys are hit by the pack 40. And 2 more die.
And 3 more pins.
2 more pins.
So they need to do a morale test.
So you're at 5, yep. With 5 pin morale test. 6, yeah, you fail. So looks like Mel Holland's demo team has been wiped out by the pack 40. Next die. Yeah, don't take the red dice out. Hey, it's the red dice. What do you know? I have the light howitzer fire at the guys in the bunker. Nope. And we got two different units ranging in on him. Or no, I'm sorry. Offshore cannons can't range in. Another German die. My light howitzer will take a direct shot over at Wallace. Small team, long range. Need a 5. It's a miss. Next die. Turn's going faster now. Not a lot left. Another American die. What do we got here? This is the Ranger squad. Lorenzen is going to assault the pack 40. So he's able to get behind the gun pit. And he is going to go first. So you got 4 guys, including 1 tough fighter.
3 of them.
3 guys, including 1 tough fighter. You got 1 of the tough fighters hit. So you killed them all. Yeah, you just, no, there's a 4-man crew. So I get one shot back at you, which does nothing. So Lorenzen's Rangers have taken out the pack 40. And they're going to consolidate 1 inch. Alright. Next die. Oh, I forgot I had to put that guy on ambush. Okay. Anyway, next die.
Pack 40 was on ambush?
No, the spotter with his rifle. Hey, it's the spotter. Okay, well, I'll just do it right now. Let's just fire a shot at those dudes. Point blank, needing a 2. It's a hit. It's a dead. So the spotter has taken out one of the Rangers and added a pin. Not bad. Okay, next die. Americans. The Lieutenant Dan again is going to drop one in, needing a 5 this time. No, he can't get it. He did not get it. Okay, next day. Germans. I still got Kopke over here I can do something with. Kopke has popped out of the communication trench. He's going to unload his 2 MP40s into the engineer squad in front of him. All hit. Even 5s. Got one guy. So one guy down and a pin. So next die. Pretty much down to 1 dice left. Oh wait, these guys haven't done anything yet. Americans. Well, Bill is charging Kopke. So he's got a tough fighter and 2 guys. So roll them up here. I need 4s because Kopke's regular. Yeah, they're dead. Yeah, they're just dead. I'm in the open. So Wild Bill has destroyed Kopke. Consolidate 2 inches. Alright, well this side is pretty much cleared up. I don't know, I think he might still be able to pull it off. He's got 3 different units. I got 1 unit. Oh, I got these guys, but they're so far away. They probably won't be able to make it. So next die. Americans again. Medic went down. Okay, next die.
I don't think he's using more dice.
So that's my last squad. This squad is, they're just running down the communication trench towards the command bunker. Next day. Americans. Ignan squad is run up to the top of the bluff. Next die. Americans. So what do you have left here? Anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. You must have not taken it. So you have the medic. Where's your lieutenant? Oh, he died. That's right. Hugh ran up there crazy. So that's it. So I think we're moving on. I have 1 left? I don't think I do. We'll count up the dice, see if we have anything left, and then we'll move on to the last turn. I did have 1 left. It was this squad. But sadly, they failed the 1 pin order. So they were going to advance down and fire on the Rangers, but not now. So we'll move on to turn 8. So top of turn 8, I've got 4 dice, he's got 5 dice, and the first dice pulled was an American dice. Joshua Lorenzen's squad passed a 1 pin order of the Rangers. They ran off the board. They're going to start clearing the trenches behind. So that's a minor victory for the Americans right there. Another dice for Steve. But, firing the mortar, needing a 4. Oh, he missed again. Lieutenant Dan, he can't hit with the mortar. He's shaking up. From the beach, he was trying to hit them. He missed. All right, next one is another American die. He's going in. He's coming in to take us down. Ignan's assaulting. Final assault. He's got 4 guys on the tough fighter. He's got 1. He killed 1 guy. Simultaneous though, because I'm in cover. And I got this many plus a tough fighter. Yeah, I just wiped out. Dignan, he's toast.
Alright, I think we can call it a game.
The final assault did not go well for the Americans. They were repelled. And we're going to call it. So we'll come back and wrap it up. Back to wrap it up. The Americans got a minor victory. They were able to get a squad off the board. But they did not destroy the command bunker. So they completed one of the 2 objectives. Very bloody game. I mean, look at the board is pretty much empty. He's got part of Wild Bill's squad. He's got Lieutenant Dan and Fred Stevens, the medic. That's all he's got on the board. Of course, 1 ran off. And I'm down to this squad in the command trench. My spotter, who somehow survived the game. I still had my 2 light howitzer, so I could have probably tried again to fire at Lieutenant Dan. And this squad in the communication trench who were going back to help out. So a very bloody game. Yeah, it's a ghost town over here now. MVP wise, it's tough. I mean, either my light howitzer did a lot of work, but so did my Pac 40. He took out Milholland's squad. He took out Horton. So I don't know. I'll give it to the Pac 40. What the hell? Who's your MVP, Steve? You got one? I don't know. I could also throw this squad into consideration because they took out, pretty much annihilated this flamethrower squad.
I think your MVP is the artillery.
The light artillery?
Delayed me in the backfield there for a turn.
Oh, my artillery strike. Yeah. That actually, all the delays did actually wind up.
I don't recall having any stellar just...
Well, I'd say your Sherman did pretty well. He killed the Panzerfaust. He was able to get up here untouched. And it was just a bad... If you would have had the first die, you could have driven up here, and I would have never been able to take you out.
Yeah, he didn't do much, though. I mean,
And he made it up.
One infantry and took down the wire.
Yeah.
I think everybody just kind of had the same... There was nothing. There were no gross failures. You know, every time your howitzer hit, that was pretty gross. But,
Yeah. Yeah. But you won. You got a minor victory. Getting off the board itself is not easy in a game of bolt action. You did it.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided when I was making this that's a minor victory, because it's tough getting off the board, and you did it. So overall, I think the mission played very well. 8 turns. Definitely need to make it 8 turns. Probably could do 8 turns with a chance of a 9th to make, because it takes at least 4 turns to even get through the wire. And then you got all the clearing you got to do. So definitely an 8 plus 1 turn. But otherwise, I think the red dice was cool. I like that mechanic.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
That helped the Americans out.
It wasn't too powerful, but it was helpful.
It helped. They needed help, yeah. You already have 25% increase in points over me, but plus the red dice was not included in that. I don't know how much that would have been worth. Probably like 50 points at least. So the attackers always need more, just because it's hard to attack, especially guys in entrenchments. But I think Steve did a good job. He made it. Pretty much everyone got onto the bluff. It was bloody though. Yeah, it was a good mission. I think the mission plays well. I think Steve did a good job with the stuff he had. He made it up here, got the minor victory. I got lucky with a lot of my green rolls. Everyone turned regular, and that was without the brave and cover rule even needing to be used. But yeah, it was a good game.
I think the greens turned into veterans is a little too generous.
The greens turning into regulars, you mean?
Yeah.
So you think that the re-roll wasn't... I didn't use it, but you think that's a little too much for this scenario?
Well, I mean, the fact you didn't need it, and still you have three,
Still got
three
it.
of them become regulars.
Yeah, that's true.
These assaults at the end would have been a little different if those had been green.
Yeah.
The guys that eviscerated the engineer squad or ranger squad over there.
Yeah. Yep.
That would have all been a little different.
Definitely. So.
Yeah, it was hard setting up because my natural inclination is to try to overweight one side, but with that artillery you can't really do that, which is nice. I think that's a good design.
Yeah, it makes you shut the spread out for sure. Yeah, if you would have just loaded up everything onto one side.
I love the map. It's like got to be one of my favorites. And I think the out of line of sight when you're behind the bluff is.
That could definitely be added to the. Yeah.
It's cool, and it also sort of historically accurate.
Yeah, you can huddle up under the bluff, cut the wire, and then make your push. And I mean, the flamethrower, if that squad would have stayed intact and lost 5 dudes or whatever it was in one shooting, I think you would have won. Because you would have got up here with the flamethrower, probably taken them out, and you would have been coming in from both sides. I think losing the tank and the flamethrower, with those 2 units, you would have won the game. Major victory. So I got lucky to take out the tank. If you would have got the dice first, you could have moved him up out of line of sight or out of arc, and I would have been unable to fire my Pac 40 through my own guys. So this Sherman would have just been back here blasting. Then a flamethrower. So yeah, that was a huge turn of events right there. Was your left side just collapsed entirely. because of these guys. So maybe they should get the I don't know, MVP, but whatever. So it was a good game, good scenario. Maybe I'll try to put it, polish it up a little bit and release it to the public because it's a fun beach assault, I think. Anyway, thanks to Steve for coming out, and thanks to all the guys on the live stream as well, watching this 80th D-Day game. Check out our channel sponsors in the description, and check out all of our social media stuff. We got Instagram, Twitter, which we aren't on so much anymore, but we still have it. Facebook, of course, and YouTube, obviously. Check out our Patreon if you want to help the channel out, keep us going how we are. And with that, we'll say thanks. Let us know what you guys think of this mission. Any changes or tweaks you might make to it, put it in the comments. I'll consider them. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.